Before entering the black duat, the deceased states, I fly up as a vulture on this great plateau, and I may stand on it. I appear as a god, for he looks at them, will never die. The deceased is like a vulture because he has died. The plateau of citizens, or the limitless desert plateau, and the plateau of the great foreland suggests an extended two-dimensional membrane or flat superspace, which physicists believe is the unique geometry of the universe, or of our universe. In a flat universe, the angles of a triangle add to 180 degrees. Gribben, 2001. In string theory, one-dimensional strings stretch into two-dimensional membranes. Green, in 1999, suggesting that at the heart of matter, a human might experience a two-dimensional stretch similar to the Egyptian mental experience of being on a plateau or flat universe near a black hole. The text states, "The great West is he who stretches out my bones and extends my limbs, so that I may walk on my feet like Osiris." In the same text, the deceased states, "I will travel around to the limits of the horizon, to the place where my double desires to dwell." Other references to those who are in the limits of the horizon, "And I come to the land at the region of the horizon in company with those who are in the bark," suggests the horizon or surface of a black hole. Our modern physicists define the static limit of a rotating black hole as the outer boundary of the ergosphere above the outer event horizon. Another reference states that Newt will lead the deceased and his double in the ways of the horizon. Also, the deceased states, "My mansion is within the limits of the horizon, for I am Atun, and I have entered into the horizon." The first is blue at the first portal, and the gods say it means blackness, suggesting infinite blue shift at a hole which appears black. Also, the gravity around the ring's singularity is repulsive, pushing one away, allowing one to theoretically leave the black hole if one approaches it on an equilateral plane. Thus, in the book of Two Ways, the text states, "No man is able to penetrate the fire. He will be repulsed there." Penakov, and the deceased should pass by the repulsive face who lives on third, along with great face, he who repulses the afflicted. Coffin text 1069 points out further that the text states, "This is the door of the circle, the opening of holes." Coffin text 1064 again suggesting the existence of a second hole, possibly a white hole. Okay, let's read that line again. Further, the text states, "This is the door of the circle, the opening of holes," suggesting the existence of a second hole, possibly a white hole. According to Seth's interpretation, which Faulkner questions, another pertinent text states, "Your honor is removed, O white hole, by him who came forth from the snake." Coming forth from the snake is similar to the god's departure from the duat through a serpent in the Amduat in the Book of Gates. In astrophysics, a white hole is a body that spews out matter, or a black hole running backwards in time. If a black hole connects to a white hole, a wormhole, or Eisenstein Eisenstein-Rosen bridge is generated. Serpentine escape of the molecular decease from the black hole through a white hole supports the information is not destroyed. Just as astrophysicists John Preskill and Stephen Hawking have predicted, and Hogan in 2004 also, the idea of the deceased having a double that remains with him is prevalent in the text. However, the deceased is not a spirit who goes to his double for a second death. The Egyptian text advised the deceased to learn the paths of the West, so he will be able to overthrow the ramparts of Shu and escape from the Duwat and its nets with his double. This reminds one of the Hawkins radiation, virtual particle, and the antiparticle pairs escaping from the black hole. We can conclude that the black Duwat or spinning magnetosphere, the two-dimensional membrane of the plateau of a flat hyperspace with the Earth's curved space embedded, and language relating to horizons, circles, dragon, mouths, and circulating points to black hole dynamics. Black Duwat equals curved hole with two horizons in a ring singularity. If double remains, the dilemma of the double. All right. The Isis states, it double remains king, does not die. His double is protected. He goes to castle for owners of doubles and is God of those who have gone to their doubles. Annihilation is a process in which a particle and a related antiparticle disappear. This energy appears as some virtual force field carry particle, which then rapidly produce a new particle antiparticle pair. The deceased must learn the paths of the West and travel with those ferrying him. This will enable him to pass the mysterious place of execution and escape the fishnet floating in the sky that was made for the spirits who have gone to their double. Funerary text 343 and 344. By joining the sun god's ferry boat, the deceased will not perish, nor be annihilated, for he states, "My double has power. I am installed with Ra, and Ra installs me with these great gods." The deceased also claims, "I am Osiris, Lord of doubles, and that his double is exalted, and I do not die while it remains." Again, merging with the sun god may prevent the deceased from entrapment in the Van Allen belt's destruction in a singularity or collision with his double. In quantum field theory, when an electron with positive energy and its antiparticle with negative energy, a positron, collide, they briefly annihilate each other in a burst of energy, creating a photon. Releasing this energy, this produce another particle, antiparticle, electron, hyphen, positron pair. From the perspective of a string theorist, the particles are not 0 points, but one-dimensional strings. When these two isolating loops collide, they annihilate each other and create a new string, which is a different vibrational pattern that releases energy, dividing into two strings along new trajectories. Hawkins, 2001. However, a real particle or string with positive energy can have negative energy inside the gravitational field of a black hole. So a virtual particle with negative energy could fall into a black hole and become a real particle or a antiparticle. As Stephen Hawking states, in this case, it no longer has to annihilate with its partner. Its forsaken partner may fall into a black hole as well. This may be what the text means when it states that the goddess Nut will lead the deceased and his double on the ways of the horizon. Put simply, the deceased promotes his double in the realm of the dead. Going to your double suggests annihilation, while entering the black hole duat with your double suggests a rebirth of matter in the presence of the double decoded. Going to your double equals particle annihilation, and presence of double in duat equal no annihilation. Perhaps the deceased and his double represent a quirk or a anti-quirk pair, meson or a phi meson or a pion in a protein folding bundle. This will be resolved shortly, and it will be seen that there is no contradiction with the duat having the properties of a curved black hole. Actually, the pharaohs are telling us what happens within a curved black hole, something modern physicists have been wanting to know for a long time. Alright, and we're going in section 2 next. What is below? But this is the end of the matrix for part 1. So y'all get a good look at that, because I'm not going to read it all live. You heard. To get a look at that. And we out.